Hi everyone, I'm Andrew for ABELI Reviews, and because Abby has been a bit busy these last few weeks, you get more content from me. And today's content is Elite Dangerous, and in today's real quick video, we're basically going to talk how to dock your ship into a space station. Pretty simple, but it does have a few little steps, and it can be a little challenging if you are not familiar with it, or even the size of your ship is deceptive to you. Because right now your view is just sort of one piece, but your ship is actually quite a bit larger. So you always want to kind of be aware of your surroundings, much like when you're in a car. So the first thing is, how do you dock? You make sure you are targeting the station, and you can go over here on your panel. You're going to go to your contacts. You're going to make sure you're targeting the station you want to go to. Then you request docking. But you'll notice one thing on the right there. We are 10.2 kilometers away from the station. So when we request docking...
Request denied. You are too far away. Resubmit within range.
Just as that man said, we're too far away. We need to be in 7.5. So we're going to get a little bit closer. And as we're getting closer, we're going to start to kind of line ourselves up with the entrance. We're at that 9 point perspective, 8. We'll go a little quicker just to get us over there. Once we get to that 7.5, we can then request docking, and we'll get a docking pad number. If I can see, we're getting closer. 7.6, 7.5, there we go. So let's request some docking.
Okay, Commander. You are go for approach to pad 18.
Perfect. So now you can see they've given us access. They've given us a pad number, 18 or 18, and we have 10 minutes to get to that pad. So now, the tricky part. We need to get our ship into that hole. Now, that hole is very large, but just like entering any sort of garage or anything else, the size of the vehicle you're trying to get into the garage matters. And if you're used to parking golf carts and now all of a sudden you have a big truck, it's something to keep in mind. You also want to keep in mind for other passengers, other people in those other people's vehicles. So I kind of dodged out of the way. I am going to slowly orientate my ship with the docking zone. So that way I have a little bit of better understanding. I'm going to get a little lower. There we are. And we're going to go right in here. And if we sort of change our view, you can see we are doing great. Boom, signal lost. We're back in business. So what is our pad? Our pad is 18. So we are looking for 18. It doesn't look like it's a very busy space. It's right over there. So let's sort of rotate ourselves. But one thing we haven't done yet is lowered our landing gear. And you can do that a few ways. Through hotkeys in your options panel. You can also go over to your ship. Go to ship and look for your landing gear, target it, and deploy it. Now you can see in the bottom right, my mast lock is checked and landing gear is checked for blue. Whenever you have your landing gear out, you are going to go slower, kind of like if you were creating drag, which is actually really great because landing takes a little bit of finesse. So as we start to get closer, you'll even see that our radar, our center scope there, is going to change from sort of this sonar beam all around me to what's directly below me. And what triggers that is the landing gear and my proximity to the ground. So as we start to line up with 18, I think I'm kind of pretty close. Let's start going down a bit, and we will see if we're even in that space. Perfect. Now I can see where my ship is in relation to that perfect docking location. So I'm going to go to the right. Perfect. I'm in the blue there. Now I just need to be forward a bit. So we're going to go forward just slightly, just a couple little notches, keeping it simple. We've got all the time in the world. And that feels really good. Let's let our momentum carry us through. Let's stop there. Now the only thing we're missing is our height. We're too tall. So we're slowly going to go down. You can see here I'm doing that. And all this is just in your controls, but for me I'm using my right joystick. As we continue, we're leveling out. And boom. That's it. That's all it takes to dock at a station. It's very simple. It doesn't take very much. It's very easy. And I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. I know this game can be a little daunting at first. It is really fun, but it does take a little bit of time to get used to the controls. And just, of course, the way that the game actually operates. Have a great evening, or morning, or afternoon, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye. Third time's the charm.